What's shaking, y'all? I wanted to do a quick live to talk about Twitch's wife. Somebody had asked me to talk about Twitch's wife. So while I'm cooking, I'm going to talk about it. I don't know if y'all saw her recent interview so I'm going to catch y'all up, right? So Twitch's wife did an interview recently. Twitch, the one that passed away, the celebrity, the black man, good evening. So basically, she did an interview where she said in the interview that she didn't know that he was an addict or he was using drugs. So she basically got on television now and said that this man, she found out that her husband was an addict after he had already passed. So she said her and her friend were preparing for the funeral, and he said, thank you. And she said that they found all the stuff that the drugs and all that other stuff in the closet. And somebody asked me what my opinion was on the wife's interview. And I just want y'all to know that my opinion is that she's a Karen. My opinion is that his wife is a Karen, because what do you mean? And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say it plainly, because the people be wanting to smoke with me. They don't be liking when I say what I gotta say, but that's what happens when you marry Karens. Okay. And may he rest in peace. You know what I'm saying? R.I.P. to a legend. But this is what happens when you marry Karens. Too many people are out here marrying people that are not, not of the same. And it's okay if that's what you want. But when you marry a Karen, how do you expect a Karen to behave? His wife is a Karen. She got on the internet or in that interview, and she said she didn't know that this man was doing drugs. You're married to this man. You've been married to this man for how long? Y'all live together. How do you not know that somebody that you live with is actively using drugs and addicted to drugs? That's Karen behavior. And the fact that his wife got on an interview and told everyone that she didn't know about his drug addiction until she was cleaning out his closet is crazy. And it's like, how could you not feel any type of way? She was dead wrong for what she did. And what really pissed me off is that her response to people critiquing her is that she's trying to spread awareness so that it doesn't happen to anybody else. Why do you think you're the one to spread awareness so that it doesn't happen to anyone else if you didn't even notice it when it was happening in your own home? Why do you think that you need to be the advocate for, hey y'all, thanks for joining. Why do you think you need to be the advocate for people to not use drugs when you didn't know that your own husband was using drugs? Like, there's something not right about that. The math is not mathing. And so for me, it's like, if you really love somebody and you're noticing their behavior every day, you watch them every day. And my personal opinion is that the reason that she came out and did the interview and is saying that now, remember, Twitch died in 2022. He passed away in 2022. You're doing an interview now to tell us about the fact that you found out that your late husband was addicted to drugs. And then this is Twitch's wife. And then the fact that you're doing an interview now, and to me, it seems like you want money. It seems like you want money. And you know what I'm saying? And I don't know whether or not he was actually doing drugs. I don't think any of us will actually know if it's true. But the other thing is, you waited until now to come out with the fact. This is about Twitch's wife. You waited until now to come out with the facts about him using drugs. Why didn't you come out with these facts when this originally happened in 2022? Like, why didn't you say something then? You're coming up with this now because you want money. Rent is due. You're broke. You don't got it. So you're doing interviews because you want money and clout. And your name is not ringing bells no more. And the man is not around to pay your bills. Money is running low. And yeah, I did see that the manager basically turned around and said that she was actually the addict. And I believe that. That's why I don't believe that That's why I don't believe that she didn't know that he was an addict, because I believe that she was doing it with. I believe that they were probably doing it together. And also, if you live with someone and you're married to them and you see them every day and they don't notice that you are struggling with addiction, anybody, and that's a reason that somebody would take their life. Your marriage is obviously miserable. Is not a good space. You're not doing good as a partner, because to not notice that your partner is actively addicted to drugs, this is giving it. That my opinion is that she's a Karen. That's how I truly feel, and it's unfortunate for his family. And I think that it really does suck that she went out and disgraced his name like that while he's passed away, because he can't defend himself. We don't have any proof in either direction. We don't have proof that whether or not it was true or whether or not it was false, because he can't defend himself. So for her to do that years later with no actual evidence, she knows she dead wrong. She knows he wasn't nodding off or nothing, but she knows she dead wrong, because there's no way for anybody to prove that. And even if it was true, let that man lay to rest. Thank you. Let that man lay to rest. Let's say it was true. Let's say that he was struggling with addiction. Like, what? Why bring it up now? Hey, friend, what up? Thank you for joining. Why bring it up now? What good is that now? He's not here. I feel like, and I said this in my recent video on TikTok, but I feel like this is, may he rest in peace, but when you marry a Karen, you're not going to rest in peace, because you have to worry about things like that. And that's why people need to be mindful of who they marry. And this is why the conversation keeps coming up. And it's like, I'm not saying that people shouldn't marry outside their race. For me personally, not my thing. You know what I'm saying? That's not really where I'm at in life. Never would be. But if you want to do that, then you should be careful to make sure, new haircut. You should be careful to make sure that you're not marrying a Karen that's going to put you in a situation where you're dead, she's going to disgrace your name. Because that's his legacy. All that man got left is his legacy. And you're getting on here talking about you want to spread awareness. And we're in 2025. That man passed away in 2022. Why are you trying to spread awareness now? Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all with the haircut. But why are you doing this now? It's because you're broke. I personally feel like the lady's broke. She needs some money. You doing an interview. She knew that if she said that he was on drugs, that it would get clicks, because nobody really cares. Nobody knew who that lady was. Never knew she was around. Never knew she was present. And in fact, you know what's crazy? Simultaneously, while this is happening, the Megan Thee Stallion thing is happening, where Tory, whatever his name is, Tory Craig, his ex-girlfriend is also coming out and saying that he never used to date women like this. This is what happens when y'all just go for anything. This is what happens when people just go for anything. That's what happens, because then you have people who can disgrace your name and embarrass you like this in public, because these are the people that you chose to be with. And I'm not speaking bad of the dead. I'm not trying to speak ill of the dead, but we're talking about Twitch's wife. I would never speak bad of the dead, but when you make an active choice to be like people like this, there's no way you can't tell me that there was not signs of this lady being a Karen at some point. There's no way. There's no way. She, like, you know what I'm saying? There's no way. It's like, and that's the behavior that they marry into. Why would you go to the bathroom right behind me? There's a whole nother bathroom downstairs. Why would you walk behind me in the lab to go to the bathroom? It's a whole nother one. Y'all raggedy nephew, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, y'all. He don't have no brought up seat. It's not even, don't even laugh. It's not funny. It's like there's a whole nother bathroom that didn't require him to walk directly behind me, but who cares? Forget the bathroom. Forget the bathroom downstairs. Just walk in the live while I'm talking, trying to make dinner for both of us. It is fine. Don't worry about it. Anyway, all I'm saying is, he knew what he was doing, because you heard me on the live, because you was standing right there. He knew what he was doing. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like y'all need to be careful with who y'all with, and everybody has their choice to what makes them happy. So if you want to date outside your race, go ahead and do it. But if you are going to date outside your race, you should probably make sure it's not a Karen. And again, this is why when the whole thing came out with the interview at first, where she with the clip first came out where she was talking about him being addicted to drugs, I didn't comment. I didn't comment. I never commented because in my mind, I thought to myself, this is what happens when you marry a Karen. And I feel like black men need to be. I feel like black women too, because black women also marry white men at a much like lower rate. But you don't know if you marrying a Chad. You don't know if you marrying a Chad. Y'all need to know, because like y'all be ignoring all the red flags. Yeah, like people ignore all the red flags to date outside their race because they say it's. Some people feel like it's better for them. Is it still better though? Okay. No, I didn't see the interview. But you know what I'm saying? Some people say dating outside their race is better and they feel like they get better results. I mean, possibly, or when you pass away, your wife, your significant other, tells people that you were addicted to drugs and you can't defend yourself with no evidence that he was addicted to drugs. Just people saying what they saying. And so yeah, that's why I didn't originally make any content on it, because I felt like it didn't deserve. What am I cutting up? I'm cutting up pepper right now. I'm making steak tacos. Wait, I missed the joke. The interviewer asked the wife if her favorite food was. She said fried chicken. Nah, no way. No way. I know y'all lying. I know y'all lying. The lady said fried chicken was her favorite food in the interview? I need confirmation. Ain't no way. I'm cooking steak tacos. And if she did, this is what I'm saying. People just be doing anything. People just be doing anything. Now she put on a country accent and she sung it. This is crazy to me. And this is what I'm saying. And you know what it is? It's like black people that marry outside their race, no shade, no tea, but they always talking about, oh, they're spicy white, or they're this kind of white, and blah blah. And then it's always a microaggression. It's always a microaggression. It's always a microaggression. Thank y'all for the compliments. It's always, and this is what I be saying, and this is why I can't. Being black, for me personally, and this is me personally, I don't want nobody to fight me, because every time I say it, y'all want to fight. For me personally, I personally refuse to marry outside my race, because how does that person relate to you? What other way could they relate to you besides being microaggressive? Besides saying things that you want them to say that they like, what are y'all relating on? If I can't come home and talk to you about being oppressed or someone making a microaggression and you understand it, I don't get it. I don't understand. I don't get the hype. And again, it's not for me to get, because I'm not married to anyone outside my race, but I personally don't get the hype. I don't see where the excitement lies. To me, it feels kind of oppressive. Imagine being outside in a world that's already oppressive every day, and you got to go back out and you got to come home to some bullshit. Like, I don't know. For me, I couldn't do it. I couldn't. Like, it's just not for me. And I'm not saying that everybody that is white is oppressive. But what I am saying is that there's a high chance that they can't relate to you. Now, there are people who are able to be allies and empathetic and know how to handle that situation. But I need someone who has the same lived experiences as me. I don't see. I believe that the point of her trying to expose him after he passed away was because she needs money. She needs money. She brought this up. He passed away in 2022. We're in 2025. And you're now talking about this? The checks ain't checking no more. The little bit of money she was living off of because she was married to him, it's not checking no more. She need that money. So the best way to get the money is to go on television and do an interview where you're gonna, and it kind of backfired on her because people are hating on her. But best believe she getting paid good money because that interview is getting views. You get what I'm saying? That interview is making waves because people are talking about it. She making money off of that. That's why she did the interview in the first place. The truth is just the truth. And it sucks, but it's like I didn't even know she had 3 kids. See what I'm saying? And it's like, and I didn't know. I don't know nothing about their kids, but if they had kids together, and she went on an interview and told and basically said that their father was a drug addict before he passed to ruin their image of their father. You are a horrible human being. You are a horrible human being because if his kids if his kids did not know that about him or think that about him, you are a horrible person because they're mourning the death of their father. And for you to go on the internet and say something and on an interview and say something so outrageous about them kids' father when their father is resting peacefully and the only thing they have left of him is their last memory. And for you to go online and tarnish that man's name while his kids can see it is nasty work. That is deplorable. I didn't even know they had kids. And it's just like now his kids and this is the problem. People always forget that these people, their kids have to go outside. These are celebrities' kids. So everything that hits the front news, the front cover of everything that makes top news or makes a headline, the kids already got to see it and other kids are talking about it. So to go on an interview and talk about these kids' father being a drug addict, knowing that he already passed away and they still have to go outside in public and face the world and people are telling them that their father is a drug addict, you're a horrible human being. You're a horrible person. There's no way you could tell me that you're not, even if it was for money, no amount of money in the world is worth putting someone's kids. And he wasn't even a bad father. It would be different if he was a bad father. So for you to get on the internet and spread rumors about somebody who they probably see that man as his hero, just for you to you're weird. This is weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird. It's weird vibes. And this is what I'm saying. Y'all have to be careful about who y'all marry because this is the type of shit that happens now that he's dead. This is the type of person that she is. And the only thing that is left of his legacy is now that people are going to believe that he's on drugs. Oh, it's lagging. Damn, y'all. Sorry, I don't know why it's lagging. Yeah, he knows who he married. He knows who he married. It just sucks. It just sucks because it's like he's not here to defend himself. So yeah, he knows who he married. And that's the part of me, I will never speak ill of the dead. But I will say, when people ask me what I thought about it, my initial thought was that this is who you married. You married a Karen, and I don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? He's not here, so I'm sure he has his reasons about why he did that. But you married a Karen, and again, this might be a part of the reason why he's not alive today because you married someone who was willing to come out and say that you're an addict after you've passed away. So what does that make you think about her when she was alive? Like when he was alive? That makes me believe that when he was alive, you weren't good to him then either. So yeah, I don't know. It's sad, it sucks, but I also urge people to be mindful of that. Y'all can't just be marrying anybody. And I don't want to hear, oh, love is okay, when it comes to race, there is, whether or not we like it, there is stigmas that come with the world. Whether or not people choose to acknowledge race, when they say they acknowledge it, the world acknowledges race. So whether or not we acknowledge it doesn't make it go away, and the rest of the world is going to acknowledge it. So when people say that they don't see skin color or they marry because they love someone, the rest of the world sees skin color, and your relationship is going to be based on that. People are going to treat you a way based on that. It matters in the grand scheme of things because we are all programmed, whether or not we like it, we are programmed to think about race. We are all raised in the context of race being a thing. So there's no way for you to marry someone and for y'all to pretend like race doesn't exist because it makes you feel good. Like, that's just not possible, because race plays a role in the world that we live in at large. So I get weird vibes every time somebody says that they're married but they don't think about race, because it's like, so you just plan to ignore the rest of the world, because the rest of the world is programmed to understand, and you're programmed to understand race, and you're raised in the context of race. Y'all, everyone is raised to understand what race is, whether or not we believe it, subconsciously, unconscious, whatever it is. Race is what is taught to us by the world. So for you to say that you're marrying people and race doesn't play a role in your marriage and your kids are never going to know, y'all are insane. You're not well. It doesn't make sense. It's literally impossible. And if you don't want to remember, the world is going to remind you. So just move on. You know what I'm saying? Just move on. But may he rest in peace, though. You know what I'm saying? May he rest in peace. No, I don't want, I hope that he gets, I hope that his name is not slandered any further. But when you marry someone like that, you're not going to rest in peace. Because she needs money and she's broke without you. Because that's all she married you for. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, y'all, I gotta go. Gotta finish cooking. Wanted to hop on live real quick. Love y'all. Stay tuned. I'm gonna try to go live more because I don't be on live enough. But I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Peace out.